Welcome, wrestling fans. This is Bart Batten welcoming you to the inaugural Mountain State Wrestling Program right here on Network West Virginia. It's a pleasure to be here tonight to present some of the best wrestlers in the state of West Virginia right here on Network West Virginia. Some of the wrestlers you'll be seeing tonight include Joey Morgan, the Bandit, and Big Willie Blackheart, the Bunkhouse boys. We've got Eric Steele, we've got Johnny Blast, we've got Damon Rite, we've got a bunch of others too. So what we want you to do right now, wrestling fans, sit back, relax for the next hour, and see Mountain State Wrestling. It has the best wrestlers wrestling has to offer here in our great state.
Network West Virginia, welcome to Billy Lit Land. Damon Rite, you're my number one enemy. Later on, pretty soon, you'll feel the zzzz of the electricity.
I can't hear you. Yeah! All right.
All right, wrestling fans, here we are with our first match of the night. It's going to be a tag team match. We've got the Alaskan Ice Assassin and Billy Light against Chad Cross and Dynamite Derik Billings. Wrestling fans, this proves to be, I think it's going to prove to be a very interesting matchup because these are, all four of these guys are young guys in wrestling, and just myself, with the years I've been in and around wrestling, I'm looking forward to this because anytime I get a chance to see any of the good young guys that are getting into the wrestling profession, it's just good to see the guys out here. And I just have a feeling this tag team match is going to prove to be very fast moving, and I'm just really curious to see just exactly how good these guys are. Right now, we have the introductions going on in the ring. Once again, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Network West Virginia wrestling fans. This Mountain State Wrestling is the premier promotion in the state of West Virginia, and this television program that is going to be on for the next hour, you're going to get the opportunity to see the best that West Virginia has to wrestle when it comes to the independent wrestling. So let's get ready for the bell here and get ready to get this match on the way. Looks like we've got Dynamite Derik Billings and the Alaskan Ice starting out the match here. We're taping here in Mullins, West Virginia. Wrestling fans trying to get the boys in there fired up. I just have a feeling it's going to be a very competitive match. And there's the collar and elbow tie up. Ice snatches the side headlock and goes to apply a little pressure. Like I said, this is the initial program of Mountain State Wrestling fans. And you can, every week at the same time, you'll be seeing the best wrestling stars in the state of West Virginia. And there's a reverse hammerlock right there. He's into a standing arm bar. There's reverse hammerlock right there. Stitching that thing up, and Ice has got a bunch of problems right now. Wrestling fans would also like to remind you that keep your eye out, because Mountain State Wrestling will be coming to a town or a building near you in the very near future. There's a front face lock by Ice, and a great reversal into a hammerlock by Derik Billings. And there's a legal tag, and in comes Chad Cross. Oh, big high knee. Excellent teamwork there between Cross and Billings. Only a 2 count. There he gets up. There's a standing arm bar. Puts a little leverage on it right there. And I believe the Iceman is in just a little bit of trouble there. He gets him up for a vertical suplex. Boy, I tell you, that's a big man. There's cover. 1, 2. And he kicks out. Chad Cross. There's a couple elbows down, working on that elbow area, the left elbow of Derik Billings, and the Iceman. He needs to get over there, the Alaskan Ice, and make a tag, because Chad's putting a lot of damage to that left arm. Backs him into the rope, shoots him off, and there's a drop kick. Boy, I tell you, I haven't seen one of those in a while. Once again, another 2 count, kicks out. And Chad goes back to the armbar. There he tags his partner in. In comes Derik Billings again. Shoot him into the ropes. There's a double elbow coming off the ropes. Guarantee he felt that one. Oh, he just barely kicked out of that. Could have been a 3 count right there, wrestling fans, but Ice still in the match right now. And there he reverses it. Oh! I tell you, I don't think Mr. Billings saw that coming. Goes over finally, because he needs to get out of the ring right here. There he goes, finally tags his partner in. This first time we're going to get a chance to see Billy Light, and it seems like he's more interested in arguing with the referee. Chad Cross comes into the ring, and finally Light goes in there and starts delivering a couple elbows there in the corner. There's a knee lift. And there's a snap more out of the corner. And there's a sort of a variation of a rear chin lock, but that puts a lot of pressure there on the neck. And Derik Billings needs to get over here and make a tag to Chad Cross. Chad trying to get the wrestling fans behind his partner there. And I tell you, we're coming to you from Mullins, West Virginia, wrestling fans, and there are some great wrestling fans here in this town. Oh, sunset flip. Well, he kicks out of that. Oh, big clothesline. And I believe Derik Billings, he needs to get over here and make a tag to his partner. I can say that with the utmost confidence, wrestling fans, because 23 years, me and my brother, we specialize in tag team wrestling, and you got to try to keep a fresh man in the ring at all times. But right now, the Alaskan Ice and Billy Light are, basically having their way with Dynamite Derik Billings. There's the 2 count. Boy, he just barely kicked out of that. Gets him up to his feet and goes and runs his head right into that top turnbuckle there. I guarantee you'll see stars when that happens. There's another head into the turnbuckle. And that's just a blatant choke right there. And there's a big forearm uppercut there in the corner there. There's another one right in the middle of the ring. And once again, another illegal hold there. Why guys choose to go the rule-breaking way, I guess I've had my time in that too. But right now, Chad Cross needs to get a tag from his partner. There's a big double underhook suplex This could be it right here. Boy, I tell you, it looked like he almost didn't get that shoulder up. There's another cover and another 2 count. And I'll say one thing about Dynamite Derik Billings. He's not going out of this without a fight. There's another tag, both men in the ring, and the referee needs to be getting one of those guys out of the ring. And that double clothesline that sends Billings down. And there Billy Light's, I think, doing a little more talking. He needs to stay on his man right here. There's an Irish whip in the opposite turnbuckle corner, and I'm telling you, that really hurts when you slam those turnbuckle corners like that. There he's got his leg. Looks like he's going for a cradle roll. Boy, I tell you, that was, I have to give Light credit there. That was a very well executed move, which just goes to show you that the kid does have a background in scientific wrestling. He just chooses to be a rule breaker. There's a forearm to Billings, and he really needs to get over here and tag his partner. There's a kick to the gut. Oh, big DDT right in the middle of the ring. Well, the Alaskan Assassin Ice comes in and makes the save. Both men are now down in the ring. And there's Billings up. He's shooting Light off. There's a, well, I think they got their a little confused out there, but basically the Alaskan Assassin Ice needed the back there, and I just have a feeling when Chad Cross finally gets that tag, if he does get a tag, he's got a lot of payback to dish out. There's some more knees to the midsection, and Billings needs to get over here and tag his partner. And there's a blatant choke using the rope for leverage, and I'll say one thing between Alaskan Assassin Ice and Billy Light, they're going out there and pulling out all stops to try to win this match. Body slam down, brother, I'll tell you, I guarantee he felt that. Hits the rope. Huge elbow down on the mat. This could be it. Well, we kicked out. The wrestling fans need to get behind Dynamite Derik Billings because he needs to get over this corner and make a tag, or him and his partner are going to lose this match. Rear chin lock cinched in there. Now he's got him down the mat. Just applying a little leverage there, and wrestling fans, believe me, that's kind of cuts off the circulation of the blood to your head there, because your elbow and there's a couple elbows. Oh! Big clothesline. Well, both wrestlers are down. The referee's in the middle of the ring now with the 10 count. Chad Cross trying to get his partner to come over and give him a tag. Wrestling fans here. Mullins trying to, hey, finally makes Chad Cross comes in. There's punches, there's a clothesline. Big body slam. And another body slam. And these guys are starting to pay for the punishment they dished out for Dynamite Derik Billings. There, Billings. Oh, and there's a reversal, and Light managed to hit him with that elbow. Billings and Ice are out there on the outside of the ring. Referee's having trouble keeping control. Oh, there's a tremendous clothesline coming off the ropes. And Light's got him by his legs. And there Billings comes out. It looks like he's trying to get him a boot, but his partner comes off the top turnbuckle, and that's it. Well, wrestling fans, the winner of the match, Chad Cross and Dynamite Derik Billings.
Davey, we're backstage here, Mullins, West Virginia, home of Mountain State Wrestling tonight as we bring you live action here. Here with the winners of our first match of the evening, Chad Cross, Dynamite Derik, Billings. Chad Cross, you've been around a couple of years here in the West Virginia wrestling scene, teaming up with a rookie and Derik Billings. Give us your impressions of how he did in your debut match as a tag team and how you guys won tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, as a rookie, everyone makes mistakes. I gave the kid a chance and we came through. We had the crowd on our side. We came over. We're a top babyface team coming in this thing, so watch out for us.
Pretty tough test tonight against Ice and Billy Litt. How'd you guys pull the win tonight?
I said, we had the crowd behind us. They were obviously worried about each other, so teamwork came through.
What do you say, Dynamite Derik Billings? How's it like teaming up with Chad Cross and getting the win tonight?
Well, it was an honor being teamed up with Chad Cross. We went out there, we kicked some butt, and it was excellent.
You know, Chad Cross, Dynamite Derik Billings definitely had the crowd in their favor. Excellent match tonight against a good team of Billy Litt and the Alaskan Assassin. I don't know if they got along after the match. You guys seem to be doing pretty good right now.
Yes, I say he's a good guy. I'm glad to work with him.
So you guys, wish you guys best of luck in the future here in Mountain State Wrestling.
Thank you.
Chad Cross, Dynamite Derik Billings here backstage at Mullins, West Virginia as we set it back for more live action in the ring with Bart, Batten at commentary.
Wrestling fans, I thought I recognized that music, but there he is, Joey Morton, 200 pounds out of Nashville, Tennessee. And wrestling fans, I can tell you with the voice of experience, I've been in the ring with this man, and he may be small in stature, but he has a big heart. He's an excellent wrestler, and he's an excellent competitor. And whoever his opponent's going to be, well, it's going to be Smokin' Joe Simon. His music starting up, so he'll be making his way to the ring. But Smokin' Joe Simon's going to have his work cut out with him because Joey Morton, I can't emphasize it enough, is a top-notch competitor. And there's Smokin' Joe Simon coming to the ring. And wrestling fans, I just have a feeling that Joey Morton's got something very special in mind for one Smokin' Joe Simon. There he gets in the ring. Simon's out of Beckley, West Virginia, wrestling fans, 150 pounds. Well, that's the reaction I'm used to hearing whenever the announcer announces Joey Morton's name. He's a tough competitor. Like I said, he's in a small package, but take it from the voice of experience. Joey Morton's very well versed in the art of professional wrestling, and Smokin' Joe's going to have his hands full in this match. And there's the bell. Smokin' Joe trying to get the fans behind him a little bit. Of course, Joey Morton's going to get his 2 cents worth. And there's the collar and elbow tie up. Joey Morton takes Smoke back into the ring. And there's a series of right hands. All of a sudden, Smoke, first turnbuckle, and there Joey Morton comes out. Beautiful hip toss. There's a drop kick. And I don't think Joey Morton know what hit him. Referee Russ Ward giving the count to Joey Morton, and believe me, wrestling fans, Joey Morton's, he might be, feeling a little bit right now, but as I keep repeating myself, I hate to do that, but I can't help it. He's a tough competitor, and I guarantee you, he'll figure out Smokin' Joe here and do what he needs to do. There's another collar and elbow tie-up. Joey backs Smoke into the ropes. There's a knee to the midsection. There's a big forearm right up against the jawline there, and there's another one. Whips him into the ropes. Oh, Smoke ducked that elbow. Oh, sorry, buddy. Ooh, 2 count. Oh, beautiful arm drag. I'll tell you what, right now, I think Joey Morton's a little surprised more than anybody else in this building because, he might have underestimated Smokin' Joe Simon just a little bit. But I don't know. Like I said, wrestling fans, I've known Joey Morton for a long time, wrestled many times, and it's not going to take long for him to figure it out. And he's doing that right now. There's a couple of forearms to the back. There's a big knee to the back of the head, and Smokin' Joe's got a little bit of problem right here. Morton takes him to the turnbuckle corner. A couple of well-placed kicks right in the midsection. Whips him in to the opposite turnbuckle. Oh, and Smoke moved. He's going up on the top turnbuckle. Some kind of aerial. I'll tell you, like I said at the beginning of the match, wrestling fans, Joey Morton, he knows his way around the wrestling ring, and he just letting Smokin' Joe feel himself maybe just a little bit. But I knew it was just going to be a question of time before Joey Morton started taking control of this match. And that's exactly what he's doing. Now he's got laid out over on the ropes, putting a little additional punishment there on the Smokin' Joe's chin. And, really it's unnecessary, wrestling fans. And Joey Morton, I think he can beat Joe right here, but he's just going to send a message out to all the other wrestlers that, when you get in the ring with Joey Morton, then, you're in for a tough night. Joey pulls him up by the hair. There's Irish whip into the rope and a back elbow that sends Smokin' Joe back down on the mat. Joey Morton picks up Smokin' Joe. There's a big forearm to the forehead. Say that real quick 3 times, wrestling fans. There he goes, backing him into the corner, and there's another Irish whip into the turnbuckle, and Joey Morton back it up one more time. Oh! Don't think he saw that coming. Oh, another big clothesline. Now both wrestlers are down. Referee Russ War making a 10 count. Both wrestlers back up their feet. There's a couple of quick, short punches to Joey Morton by Smoke. Now he's up in the middle rope. There's another couple of well-placed fists. There in the turnbuckle corner. Now he jumps down. Whips Morton into the ropes. Morton ducks that close. Oh! There's the cover. And that will be all for Smokin' Joe Simon. Joey Morton, the winner of this match, Mountain State Wrestling. I'm telling you, he's going to have something to say about what goes on here in Mountain State Wrestling, wrestling fans. We'll be right back with another great match right after this.
Mountain State Wrestling Television continues right here on Network West Virginia. I'm Dave Ebert, bringing you backstage interviews with some of the biggest stars in West Virginia and all over the independent scene. This man needs no introduction. You know him. You've seen him around for 17 years. His name is Joey "By God" Morton, all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. He's been around, done it all, and he's here in Mountain State Wrestling, and he's got a few words on his mind. Joey, you came out here. You had a pretty good match against Smokin' Joe Simon, and you've been around here for a while. What are you going to do in 2006?
Oh, buddy, how can you say that was a pretty good match? That wasn't even a warm-up match. I didn't even sweat. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Danny Ray, and I'm going to take his precious title. I wrestle stars, like I said before. I wrestle people like Raven. I wrestle the Jamie Nobles. I wrestle the Al Snows, the Rick Steiners. I don't even belong in this little federation. I belong up north. I don't belong here. And until I prove myself and I take these titles from people, I will be the best in West Virginia. Like I said before, I am the best thing to happen to West Virginia since the welfare check.
Wow, that's a little bit harsh for the fans of West Virginia. And you mentioned all these big stars. Who's been the biggest star that you've beaten of those guys?
Nobody's bigger than me, Buddy Love. If it was for me, they wouldn't be stars. What do you think they started? Who do you think makes them stars? Me. You think they're just born stars? No. If it weren't for me, they wouldn't be on TV. I don't get nothing I deserve. I don't get the recognition I deserve. Nobody likes Joey Morton because everybody holds him down. But that's about to change tonight, starting with Danny Ray.
All right, that's Joey "By God" Morton. He's got some plans for 2006 and got plans for tonight here in Mullins, West Virginia on Mountain State Wrestling Television. Back after this.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. Got another great match coming up. And actually a tag team match. And this is Damon Rite, Ace Prime, Damon's Damon Rite's out of Huntington, West Virginia, and Ace Prime also out of Huntington, West Virginia. And like I said, tag team match up here. And it looks like Mr. Wright's getting into the active ring, I guess, for lack of a better word. But like I said, another tag team match coming up here. And from what I understand, this is I have not seen this team is currently getting ready to make their way to the ring. But it's the Bandit, Big Willie Blackheart, Bunkhouse boys. They're out of the great state of Texas. Come out and weight of 675 pounds. And I was talking to some of the guys here before the match started, and like I said, I've never seen this team right here. From what I understand, they're a couple of rough, tough customers, and they definitely some big old boys. So I think we're going to have a very interesting matchup here in our next match here on Mountain State Wrestling fans. Now, wrestling fans, I've got to be honest with you right now. Like I told you, I'm not familiar with this team, so and as far as I'm concerned, they look both the same.
Hey, get that camera. Look at these
I'm not
little
sure
red
which one's the
boys right
Bandit,
here.
which
Look at
one's
the
Big
bunch of
Willie
rednecks back here
Blackheart.
we got to deal with.
They are the Bunkhouse
Look at that
boys.
cameraman. Check his redneck back here.
We'll see what kind
Pretty
of
stay in
combination
here.
they
Rest
make.
of bunch of
And,
hillbillies.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing just what they have to offer. I'm not sure which one of the Bunkhouse boys is making his way around the ring, but I think he needs to concentrate on getting in the ring, getting the match started, and he does jog with the wrestling fans. And it looks like he's finally getting ready to make his way in the ring, so we should be having the ring introductions coming up shortly.
It's a car wreck, man. But we got to be here. Wow. I'm injured.
Well, that's exactly the response I expected these guys to get from the crowd here in Billings, West Virginia. But like I said, I have not seen this team in action, so I'm curious myself to see just what kind of competitors they are. And we should be ready to hear the bell here. Referee trying to get one man in, one man out so we can get this match started. And it seems like one of the Bunkhouse boys has an issue with one of the wrestling fans over there at ringside, but the referee doing what he can to get one of the guys out of the ring so we can get this match underway. And looks like we finally got one in out, and there's the bell, wrestling fans, and this tag team match, Mountain State Wrestling, is ready to get going. There's the collar and elbow tie-up, and boy, I tell you, that little show of strength right there. Like I said, wrestling fans, I don't know which one's the Bandit and which one's Big Willie Blackheart, but I'll just call him one of the Bunkhouse Boy 1, Bunkhouse Boy 2. But the fans here in Mullins trying to get behind Damon Rite and Ace Prime. And there, the Damon Rite gets thrown back again one more time. And I think he might have to rethink his strategy here because, taking from the voice of experience, my brother and I gave up a lot of height and weight all our years in wrestling. And you have to utilize something else in order to get out there and compete. And there's an armbar reversal right there. Backs the big guy back into the ropes. And, gosh. Complaining to the referee, the Bunkhouse boys are about their little hair pulling there. And I didn't see any of it, but I don't know. The referee's got his hands full, I can tell you that right now. The wrestling fans, once again, all the executives here at Mountain State Wrestling would once again like to let you know that they really appreciate you tuning in to Mountain State Wrestling. We're going to be on every week, fans, so just start getting ready to get used to seeing the best independent wrestlers in the state of West Virginia. Once again, we got more confusion in the middle of the ring now. The Bunkhouse boys are saying that Mr. Wright's pulling her tights. I didn't see it. Doesn't necessarily mean it didn't happen, but I've seen the tactic before. There's another collar and elbow tie-up. Now the Bunkhouse boy has got Damon backed up in the corner, and I guess that was a slap. It was with the open hand, so technically it is legal as far as the rules of wrestling go, but as far as, well, I just won't comment on that anymore. I think Damon Wright's just getting a little aggravated with this tactics of the Bunkhouse boys. And, he looks like he's ready to go. Now we got another conference here in the Bunkhouse boys' corner. And there, Ace Prime gets a tag, and he gets to get in the ring here with, I don't know if that's Bunkhouse Boy 1 or Bunkhouse Boy 2. But like I said, I'll get to know these guys. I'll get to know these guys eventually. Like I said, I'll apologize to them and everybody else. Now, I know Bunkhouse Boy is going to complain about his hair being pulled. Wrestling fans, I know you saw it. That there was nothing that had anything to do with hair pulling going on right there. But that's just the psychological approach I guess the Bunkhouse boys are going to take for this match. They're going to complain a little bit, but I have a feeling that they got some other tactics up their sleeve. Another collar and elbow tie-up. There's the top wrist lock. And once again, the Bunkhouse boys complaining about hair being pulled, tights being pulled. This wrestling announcer didn't see any of that, but like I said, I'm not going to say I see everything, but I didn't see any hair pulling, fans. And I think at this point in the match that the Bunkhouse boys need to concentrate a little bit more on wrestling than they do about whether their hair and their tights are being pulled. And once again, a nice top wrist lock, and once again, alleged hair pulling. The referee's got his hands full with this match, wrestling fans. You got both the Bunkhouse boys in the ring complaining. You got Damon Rite, Ace Prime over there. They look like they just want to wrestle. That's what they came here to do. I guess the Bunkhouse boys came here to complain a little bit. Who knows? But referee finally gets things back in order, and there with a little knee to the midsection there by the Bunkhouse boy on Ace Prime. And that slam just about drove him through the canvas. And there he tags his partner. And we've got some kind of double team move coming up here. They, look like that Ace Prime is either kicking the midsection. I wasn't really sure. I didn't really see what happened. That was a tremendous backdrop coming out of the corner, and Ace Prime is in a world of trouble right now. He needs to get over and tag his partner. There's an Irish whip in the turnbuckle. Wait a minute, there's an Irish flip, sunset flip, and his partner comes in, makes the save. And hey, what can you say, wrestling fans? That's what tag team wrestling's all about. If your partner's in trouble in the ring, if you got a chance to go in there and get him out of that trouble, that's exactly what you do, because the idea is to go out here and win. And Damon Wright had just about all he's going to stand. He's coming in the ring, complaining to the referee about the tactics the Bunkhouse boys are using. And now with the referee's back turned, there's a double clothesline to Ace Prime, and wrestling fans, looks like could be a little bleeding coming from the mouth of Ace Prime. I guarantee you that double clothesline caught him right in the mouth. And now that was an excellent move by Ace Prime, and he needs to get over. He needs to get over and make the tag to his partner so he can get out of the ring, and Damon Wright can come in here and start delivering a little of the payback that the Bunkhouse boys got. And there's the tag. There's one drop kick. There's another drop kick, and Damon Wright finally getting in the ring and dishing out a little punishment to his partner who's got finished taken. Now there's a reverse flying body press on the Bunkhouse boy. Getting him up to his feet. Kick to the midsection. Oh, there's a clothesline to his back. There's a brutal. Looked like almost like a reverse suplex, and there's the bell. And whether we like it or not, wrestling fans, the winner of the match, the Bunkhouse boys, I have a feeling that we've only just begun to hear from these two rough, tough competitors. We'll be back with more Mountain State Wrestling right after this.
Davey, we're backstage here again at Mountain State Wrestling, Mullins, West Virginia. A big matchup earlier tonight. We got the Bunkhouse boys won their tag team match. Maybe a questionable victory, but I'm here with Big Willie Blackheart.
What are you talking about?
I mean,
I
you got.
came in here from a highway accident. I'm not supposed to be wrestling, and yet they told me I had to be in here because our contracts obligated us to be, and I went and I injured. And you seen we still came out on top. So your highways can't even stop the best of Texas.
Hospital here. Fresh cash.
Smell it. Smell good, don't it?
Okay.
Too close. It's all right.
All right, so you guys are here, Mountain State Wrestling, right at the end of the match. You told the cameras that you're going for the Mountain State Wrestling Tag Team titles.
The whole reason why we're here, the whole reason why we came to West Virginia, we want tag team championships. And we've been traveling all the United States. We went from town to town, to state, and we came to West Virginia because we want the Mountain State tag team titles.
So you guys trying to use some inspiration off those Longhorns.
Inspiration. That's our pride. That's our glory. You can have all your Mountaineers. You can have all your we heard about y'all burning your couches and your beds out in the highway when West Virginia plays. We heard all about that, but there ain't nothing like being from Texas. There ain't nothing like being proud of the Longhorns. They went to the national championships, and me and my partner Bandit, we're going for the tag team championships.
And we just showed everybody out there an example tonight of what's going to happen to any tag team that gets in the ring with the Bunkhouse boys.
The Bunkhouse boys here at Mountain State Wrestling, and it looks like that a lot of tag teams have their work cut out for them here in 2006.
All right, wrestling fans, back to Mountain State Wrestling, and I tell you, we've got a match coming up right now that I think is going to be a really, really good match because you see him right there, Eric Steele, and I can tell you from the voice of experience, wrestling fans, he looks like, he just doesn't look like he's got a lot of athletic ability. Trust me, I've been in the ring with Eric Steele a few times, and believe me, looks are deceiving. This guy is a top-notch competitor, and I have a feeling you're in for a treat because he's a big man, but to move the way he does, it's very impressive. Whoever his opponent's going to be, actually here he comes now. He is the Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, adorable Danny Ray, 215 pounds, Chapmanville, West Virginia. Oh, I did forget to mention, fans, that Eric Steele is out of Romance, West Virginia. I won't comment any more on that, but this is going to be a very good, very competitive match. Mountain State Wrestling Champion making his way into the ring. Referee showing the MSW belt. And as soon as we get the introductions from the ring announcer, wrestling fans, we'll get started with this match. I don't know if the people here in Mullins have had the opportunity to see Eric Steele in the ring, but folks, let me tell you, he's a tough competitor, and he'll surprise you. I'll just let you see for yourself. But there's the introduction of Danny Ray, and once again, I forgot to mention, Eric Steele is one of those guys you don't want to turn your back on him not for 1 second. Danny Ray's finding that out the hard way. But Danny Ray is the Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, so trust me, fans, he'll find a way out of this. There's a punch to the midsection with the closed fist, which, of course, technically is illegal, but guys get away with it whenever they can. There's a boot to the midsection. There's another. There's a couple more rights to Danny Ray. A big Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Danny Ray moves out of the way. There he delivers a couple more back to Eric Steele. Danny Ray trying to get the wrestling fans here and Carlos behind me. There's another Irish whip. And that was a big old size 15 boot to Danny Ray's face. And I guarantee you, I don't care who you are, you get a boot like that from Eric Steele, it's going to slow you down a little bit. Steele gets him up in the knees. There's another punch somewhere in the forehead area of Danny Ray. But I guarantee you right now, fans, he's seeing some stars. And one thing about singles wrestling, not like a tag where you got somebody out there to help you. You're in there on your own, wrestling fans. You know, Eric Steele, a big elbow to the chest. This could be it. Danny Ray manages to get that foot on the ropes. Say what you want to about that tactic, but when you're the champion and you're in danger of losing your belt, then you do what you got to keep that belt. Another 2 count from the referee, and Eric Steele up complaining, thinking it should have been 3, but it wasn't 3. Danny Ray firing back a little bit. There's, just out of the blue, I don't know where that came from, it certainly surprised me. Small package coming off the ropes. Adorable, Danny Ray, still Mountain State Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Wrestling fans, we'll be back with more Mountain State Wrestling right after this.
Dave Eber here, Mountain State Wrestling Television on Network West Virginia. Thanks for joining us backstage here. We're now joined by Sex Appeal Eric Steele. Had a tough match, a quick match against Danny Ray here tonight. The Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion got a win over you here tonight, but I'm sure that that's not the last he's heard of you.
Got a win over me. Everybody saw that Danny Ray pulled my tights. I'm Mr. Sex Appeal Eric Steele. There is nobody, and I mean nobody, in North America today that can beat me 1, 2, 3 in that ring cleanly. Danny Ray, you pulled my tights. Well, that's okay. You got a lucky one. Let me tell you this. I'm coming back next week and every week after that, and I'm not going to stop until I got that strap. I don't care who I have to go through. Danny Ray, anybody. You bring them on because I am brutality redefined, Mr. Sex Appeal Eric Steele.
Mr. Sex Appeal Eric Steele, big plans for 2006. And would you say 2006 would be a disappointment if you don't end up with the Mountain State strap this year?
Let me tell you something. Every day in the life of Mr. Sex Appeal Eric Steele is a success. So whether I got the gold or not, 2006 is going to be the year of sex appeal, and no matter what anybody has to say about it.
All right, you heard it here on Mountain State Wrestling Television. Sex Appeal Eric Steele going after the strap.
Mr. Get it right, buddy.
I'm sorry, it's Mr. Sex Appeal Eric Steele, and he's got big plans for 2006 right here in Mountain State Wrestling. More wrestling action continues on Network West Virginia right after this.
Boy, I tell you, I'd recognize Van Halen anywhere, wrestling fans. Welcome back to Mountain State Wrestling. Final match of this inaugural hour of Mountain State Wrestling. Making his way to the ring. Roswell, New Mexico, 235 pounds, even though some people dispute that weight. But here we have Johnny Blast. Wrestling fans, all I can say is, been in the ring a lot of times. Well, I've been in the ring with a lot of these guys, wrestling fans, and I'll tell you what, Johnny Blast, he's sort of, I don't know, he's sort of like Joey Morton, you know, he might not look like he's got a whole lot to offer, but I guarantee you, Johnny Blast can handle himself inside the wrestling ring. And, you know, whoever his opponent is, well, I know who his opponent is. It's Damon Rite. Damon Rite is going to have his hands full, but I think this will be a very competitive match. And there comes Mr. Damon Rite making his way out to the ring. He's out at Entman, West Virginia, 175 pounds. Trying to get the wrestling fans here in Mullins behind him a little bit, and I'm telling you, he's going to need as much help as he can get, because I know he's given up some experience here to Johnny Blast. Johnny Blast been in the ring wars for a few years, let's just put it that way. But anyway, Damon Rite making his way to the ring, wrestling fans. Should be getting the ring announcements of both wrestlers here in just a few minutes. We'll get started. The last match is Gray Hour. I'm going to finish him off. Sort of the reaction I expected to hear when Johnny Blast was announced. Like I said, known Johnny for a while, and he just, I don't know, sometimes I guess he's just a confused human being, because, you know, he tries to wrestle in a scientific way, then he doesn't have much success of that, maybe, he doesn't, I don't know, but then he turns to the rule breakers' ways, and he just, I think he just stays confused all the time. But, anyway, there he backs up. Damon Rite in the corner, a couple of knees to the midsection. There's a couple of forearms across the back. There's a couple of well-placed boots between the shoulder blades of Damon Rite, and right off the bat, Johnny Blast has got Damon in a little bit of trouble here. Picks him up. There's he just followed him right in the rope, delivered that knee to the midsection, and there's another knee to the midsection, and I do believe he felt that one just a little bit. Vertical flex, very, very technically performed well by Johnny Blast. There's a cover, 2 count. I guess those knees must have taken a little bit more toll on Damon Rite than I thought, because he almost didn't kick out of that. A couple more well-placed boots to Johnny Blast. And, you know, the thing I don't understand, wrestling fans, about Johnny Blast is, he's basically a very good technical wrestler. Why he chooses to go the rule-breaking way, well, that's easy for me to say. But anyway, I don't understand that. But, you know, have been in the war. Sometimes, you have to make decisions that aren't necessarily what the fans want, it's what you want. So, more power to him, I reckon. But anyway, here he's getting ready to whip him into the ropes. Oh, Rite ducks that clothesline, not on his own. And that slows Johnny Blast down just a little bit. Once again, another forearm to the back. And once again, Blast taking control of the match. There he's got him into the corner. There's an Irish whip into the opposite turnbuckle corner. Excellent move by Damon Rite. I know Blast was not expecting that move right there, but once again, Johnny's don't stay that long. Slowed down at the punch, and there's a drop kick from Rite. Didn't get a lot of elevation on that thing, but he got enough in there to get Johnny Blast off his feet. You need to cover. There it is, 2 count, and he needs to stay on top of Johnny Blast. Anytime you get a guy down, fans, and you got a chance to win the match, you have got to pull out the stops. I don't care if you're tired whatever it is you got to do. Here he is climbing up to the top turnbuckle. He's sure taking. Wait a minute. Somebody just come in the ring. I believe that's Billy Light. He comes in, knocks him off the rope. Of course, that's automatic disqualification. Boy, I sure see Johnny Blast at work here. Light coming in here, and David Wright just didn't stand a chance. He never saw it coming. Johnny Blast is leaving. Why, I have no idea. There's somewhat of a tackle there in the middle of the ring. The referee's ringing the bell. I have no idea what's going on here. Wrestling fans just keep it. Oh! Well, it don't take a rocket science to figure out. That's a big old clothesline. And here comes the Bunkhouse boys. Boy, I tell you, I sure see Johnny Blast at work here. Wrestling fans, this is what, 4 on 1, you may as well say. Johnny Blast choosing not to get his hands. Wait a minute, here comes Jack Ross and Derik Billings. And they got chairs. By golly, they're going to close the ring. And they cleared the ring and come to the aid of Damon Wright. Wrestling fans, it's been quite an hour for the initial inaugural presentation of Mountain State Wrestling. It's going to take a while to get things sorted out here, but I guarantee you, next week, wrestling fans, here on Mountain State Wrestling, we'll get this resolved. There could be some fines, there could be some suspensions, but I just have a feeling Johnny Blast is going to end up being a guy that he better be looking over both shoulders. That's all the time we have this week. Wrestling fans, be sure to join us next week for another great hour of Mountain State Wrestling. This is Bart Batten saying good night and may God bless.
Backstage again here on Mountain State Wrestling, I'm Dave Ebert, and it's my pleasure to introduce former Mountain State Wrestling heavyweight champion.
I need no introduction there, Dave. I'm Johnny Blast, and everybody knows who I am. I'm the 3-time MSW heavyweight champion, and I was the 2004 MSW Wrestler of the Year. Is that enough credentials for you? Well, how about what I'm going to do in 2006? In 2006, I'm running over all the competition. I'm leaving everything laying in my wake. I'm going to be the heavyweight champion again. I'm going to be the Wrestler of the Year of 2005, 2006, 2007, for however long I want to be.
We'd like to thank you once again for tuning in to Mountain State Wrestling, wrestling fans, and we'll see you right here at the same time next week.